Hey folks, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. We're doing another recap. January 14th here, Friday. Hope you're having a good Friday. Today was a green day. Happy to report there. There was some struggling going on, but initially I got off to a great start. So at the moment up 400 and what is it, 37 bucks, which is decent for the day. So let's go ahead and dive into it and show you what unfolded for today. Good news here, like I've reported last couple of days, I felt like it's been real slow with the small cap stock world. But we did get a pretty big runner today. SBEV was a 100+% runner. So glad to see that has come back here or at least taken off and had some decent trades on it today. So let's go ahead and show you what that was all about. Let me show you the performance first, and then we'll hop into the charts. Initially starting off, first trade on SBEV was 200 bucks, so a very good start on the first trade. Yesterday, I believe it was like the opposite. It was, down 250 right off the bat. So same thing, but in the right direction here. And so I put on a solid green streak here all the way up to about 482 bucks. And that was what's 8 solid red or green trades right there. And then I kind of hit a snag, a bad spot, and took a big hit on our HOUR. And I'll show you that in just a moment here. But looking at the numbers, 22 green trades, 5 red trades, 27 trades in total. A lot of them were on SBEV. That was the one I was mainly trading. And a few trades on hour, and then I think 2 or 3 on GFAI. So I didn't really get much momentum, much movement with GFAI. I think I kind of hesitated on that one. We'll look at the chart in a sec. But only 20 bucks, and then 11 and 1. So kind of flat for that. That name. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop on over to SBEV. Here we go. So this morning had a nice rush up here. So this one is the one I was hopping into and scalp trading kind of all throughout here. A little difficult up here, trying to figure out if we're going to break past that 328 area. And kind of double top there, and it just died off after that. Cross VWAP went sideways for a while. So I was kind of done with this after that point. But later on, late in the afternoon, this is kind of sometimes why it's good to be patient or stick around in the market if that is your strategy, or goes with your strategy, because, we did have this huge run up towards the end of the afternoon here, just skyrocketing. So this is where I got in for a lot more trades. And, I tried my best here. I put some more green on it, but I didn't execute it perfectly. I didn't want to FOMO into it, and I also wanted to make sure I didn't get into a super extended spot. One of my big fails here was right in this zone here. So what happened was it was moving up, breaking highs. We get up to this area about, what was it? 390, and from there we kind of got that pullback, and I was thinking, okay, might be done. Let's see how this thing does. And then we get, it was kind of doing that sell off, but then we hit this candle here and just rushed up real fast. And I thought to myself, shit, let me see if, and I think I hesitated a little bit too long on it, and it came up, right to that high, and as soon as it pulled back just a little bit, I bought in because I thought it was going to rip past that that 391 area. And turns out we got just a hard sell right after that. That next candle was a hard sell after that. So this whole area was choppy. It was extended, and sometimes you'll kind of get that movement. Either it's gone up to its high and it's done, and it's going to start just selling off. And sometimes you'll get these tricky plays where they sell off a bit, and then they look like they want to rush and break that previous high. kind of trick out a little bit and pull back really hard. So I had to dump it on that one. That was a bit of a loss there, which was unfortunate because it did eventually rip, and I had actually left the desk here right before it makes the move past the high at 390 and rips past that. So I came back just in the moment where it had already ripped past this, and I said, damn, I missed it. I can't chase it anymore. So unfortunately I missed it. It can be literally a couple seconds, you just leaving the desk, leaving the computer, and you can miss these opportunities. But you can't beat yourself up over it. You can't. Sometimes it's really hard to be trading every second of the market, or of the day. So, anyways, that was SBEV. But anyways, I like to see this because that's great momentum. It tells me, at least with this small cap here, there's momentum, and it's back in the market. And to have 100+% gainer right now, it's at 118%. That's great. That's what I want to see, and I feel like today was that transition day because last couple days I don't think we've had a stock that really broke past 100. So good to see that is back in action. Hopefully that continues for Monday. And that was SBEV. Let's jump real quick over to GF. It was GFAI, yeah. Oh, this one. Okay, so my problem here was this was kind of the next one that was moving up for me. And I see it moving up, and I couldn't find a good zone to get in. What I was realizing here was like, okay, this one is moving, and I'm getting more and more interested in this area here as I'm watching it. It's starting to go up higher and higher, and I'm telling myself, wait for a pullback. Wait for an opportunity to get in. And we really didn't get it. And so I told myself, okay, if it keeps going, you can't just chase it because at some point it's going to turn. It's going to turn hard. It's going to sell off. You don't know when that is. And so many times in the past, I've hopped into something as it's just continuously going higher, end up buying the top, and then getting trashed on the way down on the sell-off. And so I knew it was coming at some point. And it still kept running and just chugging along, and pushes all the way up to 216. And so I avoided buying the whole time just because I felt like that point to get in just didn't exist for me, and I didn't chase it, so I stayed on the sidelines. But sure enough, we get to 216 and the thing just dumps. So I'm glad I read that and I stuck with my gut on the sense that it's gonna sell off hard at some point. There's gonna be a top. You don't know where it is. Sometimes they're really hard to find, but it will happen. And sure enough, it did. Huge. So had I gotten in, let's just say whatever 205, and it starts ripping up, and I tell myself, well, let me hold on to my winner, and then boom, you might get this huge sell off and take a massive hit. I mean, look, for as long as it took for this to go up in this whole section here, I mean, it comes down, 5 times faster than it went up. Very common sometimes in the small cap world for that kind of stuff to happen. So unfortunately, I didn't get a piece of it, but I did avoid some risk there. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys let me know in the comments if you guys traded this one today and how you did on it. Did you get caught in the top, or did you have a nice hold winner up in this section? That was I did take a few trades on it, and one of them being when it kind of crashed all the way down here, came all the way down here. I figured there might be a bounce in there at some point, and so I actually did buy in for a little scalp trade on the bounce, and I got it. So that was a winning trade, but it wasn't much. So that was GFAI. Let's take a look at... Okay, I want to show you my first big loser for today. It was on HOUR. This one was, just difficult to swallow on this one. Now this one, not much volume all day long, but I know I've traded this one in the past. It has definitely been a mover. Here's the yearly chart on it. and we get days where it'll spike hard, but long term it's definitely downtrending. But there are days, opportunities when this thing definitely goes to the upside. Doesn't stay there necessarily, but opportunities to go to the upside. So here we are. Didn't get interested until this move kind of unveiled here. And by the time I saw it, it already had gone into the halt. But I thought to myself, whoa, okay, previous runner. The volume looks like it's coming in and it is halted. So what's the plan, Joe? So I thought to myself, let me wait for it to open up. I'm not going to go buying if it goes ripping up higher, but if it does give an opportunity for a pull down quick, I can jump in, get that next leg. And unfortunately, that strategy doesn't always work, and you got to be ready to sell when it doesn't work out for you. And so for me today, hopped in and didn't go my way. I think I got my initial fill around 625 area, and boom, we get that second big candle of just further rippage down. I know it ripped down pretty hard. So I did buy further down here to kind of average out and try to wait for another rip up. And we got a split second of a rip up on this candle, but I wasn't quick enough to stab it, and so I kept holding, and then we get a bigger rip down. So this was not a good play for me. This is probably my worst play, kind of averaging it in a bit, holding bigger size, which is not good. But we finally did get a bit of a bounce, and I was able to get out and reduce some of the damage. And I easily could have been down 500, 600 bucks on the name easy, since the stock was moving quick. But I managed to lose 300 bucks on it, which is it's unfortunate. It was my biggest loser of the day, but at the same time I was able to get out of it, like I said, worse than doing negative 600 on it. So I guess that was okay, but still a bad play on my end. I maybe should have just had a little bit more patience and see where it was going to go. But yeah, it didn't work out for me. So let me know how you did on that one. And later on, I realized, you know what? This thing feels kind of bearish. That yearly chart is really long-term trending down. What if I get in for a short? And so that actually worked out pretty well for me. So I decided to get in for a short. I think it was around the 609 area. But check this out. Yeah, I got in a short trade, and I put in 200 bucks on a short trade to the downside. So that's what I like sometimes on some of these stocks, when you realize something that did look like it was going to be a huge runner turns out, to crash hard, and that can be an opportunity to trade it to the downside and win on the downside. So I realized, it might come up a bit, and if it does, that might be an opportunity to get in that. And so I nailed that and got a $200 winner on it. Just once again, getting back into kind of the groove on that. So that was and yeah, we already covered SBEV. I showed you kind of the end of the day on that. So that was a majority of my trading right there. I did have another kind of bad loser on SBEV, was 143 bucks. But that's kind of where I'm ending the day here. I'm up 437 bucks right now. And I do have a short position. I opened up another short position on hour, and that was my first one right in here. So my second one, got in a little bit later in the day, but like I said, I'm still holding it, so it's after hours here. But my average is 566, so I ended up getting right in here. It did move up a bit, but came back, and so after hours, you can see it's dumped pretty hard. So I'm kind of waiting for another move down before I sell again. But I'm in the, I'm green on the name right now. On this trade, up 221 bucks. Just looking to see if we can get another little bit further move down after hours here, and then I just want to sell that and cover that position, get out of it. But you know, so if we add another 200 onto the day, we're looking at about, you know, 600 something bucks, and so I'll be happy with that. Anyways, that pretty much wraps up my trading for today. Let me know how you guys traded today. Were you green? Were you red? Were you struggling? Tell me your thoughts on this week. General thoughts for me in small cap world. Been a slow week, and today felt kind of like that turnaround day, so that is good. Here's the week for me. I had rough Monday, horrible Tuesday, decent Wednesday, and then, you know, another down day on Thursday. So today will be, you know, let's just ballpark 600 bucks. It'll still be a negative week for me here, but last week was positive, so only sitting up, you know, roughly 200 bucks on the month, which ain't looking that great so far. But like I said, I kind of over traded early in the week here when it was just a slow market, and that's not good for me. But I think when things pick up and I get a little bit more focused and zoned into the trades, I think it'll be much better. So time will tell, and we'll see from there. So, and I'll update this once I get my final number in. So, anyways, that's it for me today. Hope you guys are doing well. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoy these videos and you want to see the evolving recaps that are going on. Till Monday, we'll see you then. Take care.